Well. Here we are, yet again. Is this thing on? Yet again. It's 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on a Wednesday. So you know what that means. That means that from coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, we're live, baby. Welcome in. Do your boy a favor. Spartan, kick that like button. Do it for me. Do it for me, guys. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. I've got the chat popping up on the screen. And it's backwards. Who authorized this? We're just going to... Nope, that's not the one. That's the one. We're just going to turn that off.
I'm not retarded, but I like rocks.
Listen, guys, it's been a week, okay? It's been a whole week. A week ago, Wednesday, that live stream was... had things going on while I was trying to go live. Sometimes life just happens to the best of us. And then, of course, over the weekend, I was out of town. My daughter turned 2 years old. 2. The big 2. And so, of course, I prioritize family. But it's Wednesday. We're back in town. We're live, baby. What have I been up to? You know, I actually have a clear review table as of right now because I've just recorded my last review. I haven't posted it yet. I still got to do the editing. But new content coming soon. I spent some time last night working on my writing for my next Steel Snobs episode, which will be on CPM 15V. Should be a really good one. I'm putting a lot of effort into it. The irony here is that sometimes, in my experience, sometimes like some of my best performing Steel Snobs content is not actually the best written. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But yeah, that's what's in the works right now. New episode coming soon. Possibly tomorrow, maybe Friday. And then Steel Snobs CPM 15V coming very soon. The writing is in the works. It's like halfway written. I've wrote it halfway, rewritten it, gone back, edited, cut out pieces that initially I thought I was fine, and later I was like, was I drinking something? I don't know. I'm trying to make it good, is what I'm trying to say, guys. What was in your pocket today? If you're a channel member, you already know what to do. Head on over to the Only Spartans Discord. Pop your pocket check in the Discord. I'll give you some time. We'll check the Discord here in probably 10, 20 minutes. Maybe 30. And if you're not in the Discord, that's okay. Let us know in the chat what was in your pocket. In the pocket today for me, carried this guy. Oh, such a good knife. The Rex 121 Sage 5 with these beautiful Rips Garage Tech Pyrogrip titanium scales. And, of course, milled pocket clip. Such a great knife. Such a great knife. Love this knife. It doesn't get carried as much as my Para 3. It really doesn't. But that doesn't mean that I don't love the crap out of this knife. Many people will be like, what about the Sage 6? I got one of those too. I bought the one with S90V and carbon fiber, thinking, you know what? At least this one I won't have to buy new scales for. No, I'm waiting patiently because I want another set of Pyrogrip scales just like this, but for the Sage 6. It's okay. The S90V, totally worth it. Okay, it's totally worth it. The S90V, the carbon fiber scales on the Sage 6 will be fine as a backup, just in case. But that's not the only thing, because earlier today, package arrived from my man Brian over at Transparent Knives. Check this out, guys. Ooh. We got some handmade American EDC fixed blade going on in the house. This is the Doodle. They're sold out. They're sold out. This isn't a marketing gimmick. You can't go and buy this because they're gone. They're gone, baby. No, you can't go and buy one. At least right now. Is there going to be content on this? You betcha. Abso-freaking-lutely there will be. What's the point, Rolls? If I can't go and buy it, well, you might not be able to get this run right now. But they will be available again at the end of November. So keep your eyes peeled for content on this guy. Coming soon, the transparent knives Doodle. Look at that. Just one more time. EDC fixed blades. I never thought I'd see the day when I got excited about these things. I never thought I'd see the day. And then, he started talking about it. I was like, I've got to have one of those. Content on this guy coming soon. What was in your pocket? Let me know in the chat. Speaking of the chat, we're going to go ahead and start shouting out the good people that are here. Henry G, Blind Boo Fury, Marco, Night Rare. Give it up for the channel mods. B Shady, what's up, my man? Doc Duck, Aaron D2, Ed B. What's up, Ed? Good to see you, man. Welcome into Paul Mills. Welcome in. Hold on. I'm scrolling. Mark Parks. What's up, Mark? Mike and Ike's EDC. We've got the Pawns. What's up, Pawns? Welcome into Skull. Good to see you, man. Retro Ryan in the house. We've got, hey, shout out to the Pawns. Shout out to the Pawns. No longer within his first 12 months. The 13-month mark. 13 says that's almost, it's like almost a year. Yeah, you're right. That is almost a year. Henry G says, throw rocks at the like button, people.
I'm not retarded, but I like rocks.
Do it. It helps me out. It definitely does. Ed B says, terrible two's coming your way. Don't you wish that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Let me tell you something. My daughter is sweet. Like, she's a toddler. She has her moments. But I don't believe that she'll ever get that bad. You know what? Like, I might be delusional. It might be a thing that all 2-year-olds go through. Not mine. Mine's going to be different. Blind Woo says, what's a good sword to get? I have no idea. I'm not a sword guy. Couldn't tell you. I know. Maybe that's a bit misleading. I always say I'm the connoisseur and collector of all things sharp and shiny. I'm over here like, well, I mean, swords aren't that shiny. No swords over here, man. No swords over here. What's up, Ryan? Good to see you, man. Welcome into Razor G. He says, I just purchased a little native in 15V. Come on, USPS. Man, fingers crossed that the mailman doesn't mess with your shipment. Sometimes I wonder if they're the biggest EDC fanatics. They're over here like, I recognize this retailer. Don't mind if I do. Fingers crossed for you, man. CBM 15V is such a cool steel. Jim, what's up, Jim? Another channel mod in the house. Give it up for Jim. Brad Mitchell says, remember, Idaho is a figment of your imagination. And so am I. I mean, I might just be more of like a brain tumor. Thank you for the $2 super, Brad. Definitely appreciate it, man. Thank you. Marco, what's up, Marco? Hold on. The chat is jumping. The Pawn says, that knife is totally opaque. Not transparent at all. I mean, damn it, you're right. Ed B says, Roll is living in his own private Idaho. Idaho, where there's lots of potatoes and people who look like potatoes. I live here, I can say that. There's not a whole lot that goes on in Idaho, to be honest with you. Welcome into Bobtism. What's up, man? TC Blades, what's up? TC says, what's up, all my fellow Satanians? What? What are you talking about? On the edge. Good to see you, man. He says, good evening. Good evening to you. All right. Am I all caught up? There's no way. No way. Henry G says, the twos is wonderful. The older they get, the harder it gets. Wait for the teen years. She's not allowed to become a teenager. You have to have written consent from yours truly, and I refuse. She's going to be a toddler forever. Paul Mills says, still don't have any 15V. Paul, look, do we need to change this? Do we need to help Paul find the perfect 15V knife out there while they're still out there? Paul. We might have to do this during the live. We might have to window shop all of the available 15V Spydercos that are currently out there. We'll do it. Renee, what's up, Renee? Good to see you, dude. Welcome in. TC says, Shambo isn't in Idaho. It's just Shambo and Cole in some studio in North Dakota. Fake news. Paul says, I need me a Doodle. Hey, man, November. Keep your eyes peeled, November. Ian Coates. Ian, baby. Ian. Good to see you, man. Welcome in. Skull says Clint Eastwood lives in Idaho. That makes perfect sense. He is a person that looks like a potato. Perfect sense. Renee says he's got 3 left. Does he? I don't think so. You know what? Let's go ahead and check. We'll check. You don't have to take my word for it. Here we go to the store, and I don't see nothing in here. Fixed blades? Does he have 3 left? No. Yeah, no. There's, as far as I'm aware, unless I'm just looking in the wrong spot, I don't see any more Doodles left. I believe they're sold out. Unless he's holding some back off of his website for something. If he is, he didn't tell me. I mean, as far as I'm aware, they're all gone, baby. Gone, baby, gone. But as you can see, next Doodle drop date estimated November 23rd. Yeah. This was great. Ordered on Sunday, arrived on Wednesday. I'm good with that, man. Fast. I like it. Lemons, what's up, man? He says, if I get a 15V knife, it'll be the Native 5. That's one of those that's still available out there. Absolutely. Hey, shout out to TC Blades with the $2 super.
Keep the change.
He says, sorry, that was supposed to be Spartanians. That's a little bit better than Satanians. It's like, what are you trying to do here? This isn't a cult. Or is it? But yeah, no, I don't think there's any more Doodles available. At least if they are, they're not available on his website. Had to double check just to make sure I wasn't keeping people away. Definitely don't want to do that. Ian says, if Renee doesn't notice me, I'm out. I feel like we should be, is this like when, you know, your kids go up to the service desk at Walmart because they lost you? Like, you didn't lose your kids, let's be honest. They lost you. And like, can you call mom and dad? Paging Renee Ramon. Just kidding. Big Jim, channel member. Badass. For 10 months. Give it up for Jim. He says, same number of months as the best Spyderco V's. You know, I almost said something about that just now, but then that would be revealing part of what I'm going to talk about in my Steel Snobs episode. Everyone has their preferences on steels. That's one of the most amazing parts about being in the EDC world is that there's so many options. And when you look past, like, here's what gets me, okay? I just have to say this. There is a large group of people that are like, you can't even tell the difference between one steel and another steel. You can't tell the difference. And that person saying that is not someone that uses their knife very often, doesn't sharpen their knife. And I'm over here like, well, of course, if you were collecting sports cars and you never drove them anywhere, how would you know if someone switched out the motor with a freaking Subaru Forester motor? You would never freaking know. You would never freaking know. People are, you can't tell the difference. Bullshit. Start doing some cut tests with them. You'll tell a difference. Start sharpening them. You'll tell a difference. You can tell a difference between 60 and 63 Rockwell when you start sharpening knives. So, like, I know this is Jim, this is completely off kilter, by the way. Thank you again for being a channel member for 10 months. I don't want people to think I'm ranting at you. This is just random brainwave. Like, the people that say you could never tell the difference are the people that don't use their knives enough to be able to tell the difference. And the rest of us that know that, they're like, you know what? I care about the knife steel, not because I'm some super user, because let's be honest, I would say that a vast amount of us don't like hard use our knives. And many of us have so many that we'll never actually utilize the same one that frequently. I would say many of us. Some people are religious about their carry, and you'll see that once we get to the pocket check, because some people carry the same knife every day, even if they own multiples. But my point is that people care about knowing what their knife is capable of, even if they're not going to take it there. Just like people care about what their collector level sports car is capable of, even if they're only going to drive 10 under the speed limit. I know some of you guys out there have Corvettes and you never go 10 over. I know, but we still care. But it always gets me when people are like, you can't tell the difference between these two steels. You can't tell the difference between these two HRCs. Bullshit.
I'm not retarded, but I like rocks.
Listen, it's start using your knives, doing some cut test comparisons. I'll tell you right now, you can tell the difference when you use them and when you sharpen them. But if you don't do those two things, then you're right. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Experience Precision, what's up, man? Good to see you. Welcome in. That was a random tangent. Did you guys miss my random tangents? There's only 47 people in here, so I'm guessing that's probably, what's up, Cat Scratch? Good to see you. Welcome into Gizmalian. Renee says, you got a doodle roll. Sorry, just walked in. One of these guys? Oh, you bet. You bet. You know where I was Sunday. Picking out one of these guys. Yeah. It arrived today. New content on this coming sometime in the near future. We got time because they're all gone as of right now, but they will be available again November 23rd. So I got to give people my 2 cents. Yeah. Ian says, I like Satanians. Listen, if the live stream randomly shuts off, it is not my internet. Okay, it's not my internet if the live stream shuts off. All right. Hey, welcome into Robert Jones. What's up? Welcome into Brown Sugar. Good to see you. Rome and M. What's up, Rome? Lemon says, ever played with the Herman roll? Nah, never played with Herman. Is it on the list? Of course. We'll get there. We're not there yet. Ian says, I played with Cole's Hermans at Rec. Not impressed. I've heard two very contrasting opinions on Herman knives. Some people say they're the best knives they've ever handled, bar none, the end. Get one and, call it a day. And then the other group of people handle them and they say, worth paying the tariffs? So I hear you. I haven't handled one, so I'm not a good resource of information on those. But they're on my list regardless. Aaron D2, good to see you, says, definitely can tell when sharpening and time between you need to. Yeah. And then, of course, edge geometry is also super important as well. Because even if you are working with a steel like Rex 121, for example, or S90V, like steels that are notorious for being hard to sharpen because they are high wear resistant steels, if they have super thin edge geometry, they are easier to sharpen than if they have thick edge geometry. There's just less material to take away, so you can reach that apex a lot faster. And it gets me, like, there was a comment today. There was a comment on my old D2 Steel Snobs video. Or no, I'm sorry, it was on my MagnaCut video. It's now like 2 years old. And I didn't even respond because I was like, I refuse. This one guy's like, I can't get my D2 sharp. I can sharpen blah 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 steel perfectly well. I think he said something like S30V. No, it was my S30V video. That's right. It's like, I can sharpen my S30V to a hair popping edge, but I can't sharpen D2 to a hair popping edge. But I also don't sharpen with diamond stones. Diamond stones are not that expensive anymore. I'm not talking about the bonded stones. Bonded stones are expensive, but you can get regular diamond stones without breaking an arm or a leg to do it. I mean, so when people are like, I can't afford diamond stones, like, Amazon exists, people. Amazon exists. I've never had an issue getting a hair popping edge on D2. I just haven't. And if you can't, it's either something wrong with your sharpening method or you're not using the right stones. Silica carbide would probably do the job on D2 just fine. But also, diamond stones are not that expensive anymore. You get a diamond stone that works rather well for like $45. You know what? Here I am just talking at you. I'll show you guys. Amazon. Let's see. Diamond stones. Diamond stones. It just blew me away when someone's like, well, I can't get a sharp edge. You know, I'm like, you're either not doing it right or you're not using the right stones. I'm not talking about Aaron D2. Aaron, I saw your name and the comment popped into my head. And just in case that random person who left that comment is watching, I want you to know, get the right stones. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg to get good diamond stones. You really don't. Like, for example, the Sharp House, like, yeah, it's not like the most impressively boutique sharpening stone maker, but these are actually really, really good. Channels that know all about their stuff, like, for example, Outdoor 55. Shout out to Outdoor 55, one of the most prominent channels out there as far as knife sharpening is concerned. He's looked at the diamond distribution on these Sharp House, and they're really, really freaking good. Better than some that cost way more. Like, this is a double-sided stone, $70, diamonds on both sides. 2 different grits, 325, 1200. That's enough to put a hair popping edge on anything. On anything. Look at that. $70, 2 diamond stones. That's $35 a pop. If you can't afford that, you might not. Like, if you can't afford that, you're investing in the wrong things. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to sharpen your knives, get the stones that'll give you the best edge. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Anyways. Ed B says, uh-oh, Roll is using naughty words. Who set him off? It was Ian. Always blame Ian. Backcountry Dave, what's up, man? Welcome in. Let's go. He says, you can tell if you lick them. We're talking about how hard it is? Or the steel type? What are we talking about? Says Sharpal equals Sharpall. Sharpall. Potato, tomato. Ian says, be like me and put that $70 towards a new knife you also won't open. A lot of people do that. It's true. A lot of people do that. Lemon says, isn't K390 equivalent to 10V? I would say K390 probably outperforms 10V. I would have to look at the cut test data to know for certain, but K390 would probably outperform 10V. Anyways, guys. Hold on. I have a feeling I'm missing someone. Holy cannoli. There he is.
This is Sparta!
Top Dog. What's up, man? Good to see you. He says, hey, guys. Good to see everyone. I'm running really late. I'll be listening but not chatting. That's okay, man. Lurk away. You're always welcome here. You know that. Anyways. Hey, shout out to the man. We were just talking about you, Brian. Good to see you. He says, catching up. Doodles are all gone. I had 46 in black linen in my cart, including the prototype. Last two I sent to Stasa and Neves, hopefully to get more eyes. Yeah, man. And, I mean, content on this coming soon as well. Guys, just a reminder, keep your eyes peeled for Doodles available on the Transparent Knives website late November. If you want updates, the updates are always fun. Follow Transparent Knives on Instagram. There you go. That being said, guys, I did promise Paul Mills that we would go ahead and help him find... He didn't ask for this help. Don't you love it when people just give you unsolicited advice? Paul, we're going to help you find your 15V knife, man. You can't go... Listen, 15V is done. There is no more 15V, and there will never be any more 15V than what's already been out there. So, what you can get now is what you can get. Assuming, of course, that Spyderco actually is able to fulfill the knives that they said were coming in 15V, knives like the Yojimbo and the Yojimbo 2. We still don't know if that's actually going to happen or not. Like, Spyderco has kind of not said anything, but they've been in the coming soon slot all freaking year, and it's already, September. So who knows if those knives are even going to make it. There are 15V knives available right now. Which one should you get? Well, let's see. Spyderco 15V. I'm pretty sure all the Para 3 lightweights are gone. I've looked for them. Can't find them. As far as I'm aware, there's the Micro Jimbo, the Native 5. No way. Oh, that's eBay. Don't buy from scalpers. Don't feed the squirrels. Freaking scalpers. $540 for a shaman. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't reward the mosquitoes that make it hard for everyone else to get the knives that they want. Because I guarantee you, if that scalper hadn't bought that shaman in 15V, it would have sold to somebody who actually wanted it and didn't just want to take advantage of the community. You heard what I said. Don't buy from scalpers. Lil Native. Here we go. We're going to go over here. Manix 2 Lightweight. Manix 2 Lightweight is a great option. Absolutely, Manix 2 Lightweight is a great option. You can get some aftermarket scales. If you don't like the FRN, totally fine. Aftermarket scale options. Now, if you're like, well, Rollshambo, I don't want to buy aluminum scales. And I totally get that. Or maybe you're like, well, I just don't like wire clips. Totally get that too. I also don't like wire clips. Aluminum scales are not bad if you're upgrading from FRN. Original Goat makes some great aluminum scale replacements. That said, it's not terribly difficult to take this and get a donor knife, right? If you already have, let's say you have an S30V Manix 2, you can take parts from the Manix 2 as a donor knife and then do the scale swap on an actual regular Manix 2. So you can get like titanium scales, for example. Just throwing that out there. I believe Night Rayer did that. Shows it off in the Discord sometimes. Manix 2 Lightweight, excellent option. 156. 156. Pretty dang good to get some CPM 15V. They've got more though. Let's do this. 15V. Because I believe they still have the Para 3 in 15V. All right, here we go. Native 5. This is a backlock, and a lot of people are not big fans of backlocks. But from what I've heard, Spyderco's backlock is different on the Native 5. Like, people reverse flick these, one-handed open and close, no problem. I know people that hate backlocks that love this knife. So this is a good option. Definitely a good option. $225. There is, of course, the Native 5 lightweight. If you want to spend under $200, just like with the Manix 2 lightweight, $158. There you go. Now, for me, I'm kind of hoping that when I get the budget together, these are still available, because I'll tell you right now, I know exactly what I would do with this. I would pick this up. This is probably the one that's left that I really want. And then I go over here to Rip's Garage Tech, and then I go over here and go Native 5 scales. Check this out, guys. They've got options, okay? Now, not only do they have the titanium Pyrogrip scales, which same milling pattern as what I've got here on my Sage 5. So they've got those, right? But check it out. They also have carbon fiber, like fat carbon fiber scales as well. So, the Mars Valley is unavailable. That's too bad. That's too bad. They've got the black dunes. I think that would look good. They got the black camo, the white storm, jungle wear. Looks like all the super popular ones are gone. But my point is that they have carbon fiber. Knowing that now, I'd probably go with some Pyrogrip scales. That's what these are right here. Like, yeah, hell yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. But then, of course, you're taking a $225 knife and adding $160.
I'm not retarded, but I like rocks.
I mean, does that make it super expensive? Yes, but it also makes it really cool. That's the one that I want. I'm not the biggest backlock fan, but I would do that for that one. There's also the Micro Jimbo and the Lil Native. So if you're okay with the smaller knife, the Lil Native has the compression lock, and that's the G10 version for under $200. I wonder if they have Lil Native. Oops, if I could spell correctly. Hold on. Ooh, check that out. Lil Native has scale options in carbon fiber. Damn it. All the good ones are still sold out. Well, we tried. Where are the blue ones? Are the blue ones? Yeah, they're the Arctic Storm. Oh, well. My point is that you got options. Paul, that's what's out there. That's what's available. Man, I should mention the Military 2 is still in stock at certain places. Like, I'm actually pretty sure you can get the Military 2 at St. Nick's Knives. So if you wanted a bigger one, there you go. And then you can get the Military 2 scales from Rock Scale Design if you wanted to mod it up. Just throwing that out there. 15V is still available, guys. But once all the 15V knives that Spyderco has made are gone, that steel is gone. And it's not coming back. More to come in the upcoming Steel Snobs episode. Brad says, Yojimbo and Joe Jumbo are the only two left that have not been released. That's true. That is true. Transparent says, I saw a 15V Rosie with a carbon fiber scale posted for like $2K. Oh, listen, I love the Oz Rosie. I think it's a great knife. I think it's way overpriced. Freaking way overpriced. Okay. The Oz Rosie in general is overpriced. $2K for 15V. I only want CPM 15V if it's the Sean Houston Big Brown Bear heat treat protocol. That's it. Because generally speaking, there's so much I want to say. But I'm going to save it for my Steel Snobs episode. 15V that doesn't use the Big Brown Bear heat treat protocol is not nearly as desirable on a knife, in my opinion. I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to save the rest for my Steel Snobs episode. Ian says 15V puts a Spyderco in the CRK price bracket. No, these Spydercos with 15V are all like just over $200 or under $200. Chris Reeve knives are like $500 plus. What are you talking? What you talking about, Willis? Aaron says original goat coming out with Mannix 2 scales that accepts lightweight or G10. That includes skiffs. Really? That's tempting. Drinkwater says, what are the lightweight liners different? Yeah, so my understanding is that you need a donor knife for things like the compensated backspacer. I believe the hardware is different, and I know the hardware and the compensated backspacer are different, and I believe also that the liners would be different too. Paging Night Rare. I know Night Rare did this. He did this. He could tell you exactly what's different. Lemon says Native 5 lightweight runs directly on the FRN, super smooth. My only issue with the lightweight is that I have a hard time not putting titanium or carbon fiber scales on my Spydercos, just because those are the materials that I like, and it's something that I really like doing with Spydercos because usually they have that available. The lightweight doesn't really have scale replacement options. Yo, Brian, thanks so much, man. He says the dogs have to be walked, but if you're still running when I'm done, I'll hop back in. Go for it, brother. Who knows where we'll be? Who knows? Who knows? Ian says, "Isn't 15V formulated by that like Titan bow brown?" Sean Houston is Big Brown Bear, and no, he didn't formulate CPM 15V. CPM 15V, fine. I will ruin part of my Steel Snobs episode. CPM 15V was meant to be the successor of CPM 10V. It was released in the late 1970s. Specifically to be used in the industrial format. We're talking like big industrial tooling dies and cutting dies, stamping machines. It's a tool steel. It's meant for industrial purposes. It was considered far too brittle for usage in the knife making category. Sean Houston, who is a heat treat specialist, a steel specialist, came up with his own heat treat protocol after determining that he could take 15V and make it specifically better for uses in knife making. And that's when he collaborated with Spyderco, who utilized his heat treat protocol to make CPM 15V better. So, there's only 55 people in here, so I'm sure I didn't ruin the Steel Snobs episode for everybody. I hope not anyways. But guys, yeah, no, that's the thing, is it's not Sean Houston's steel. He just came up with a heat treat protocol which made it better for use in knife making. Yo, Todd, what's up, man? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm just scrolling down. I know I'm behind on the chat. I know. Lemon says Flytanium does Tylo native scales. I just don't have it in me to put scales made in China on an American-made knife. I have a hard time doing that. Sal Mendez says, "Where's the 15V PM2?" It's already been released. Already been released a long time ago. I shouldn't say a long time ago. I think it was either earlier this year or later last year. But they've run those and they're gone, and I don't see them coming back. Ian says, "I thought he was just a super tall blogger that hung around with Ricky Hernandez." I don't know. I'm in the process of reaching out to him, though. Frankie Cheech, what's up, man? He says, "Did anyone get the ode to Crucible PM2? Hell no. Oh, man. Listen. No shade to the people that bought that, because Spyderco collectors are crazy people. I can say that because I own a lot of Spydercos, okay? I've spent a lot of money on Spydercos. I can say that. Spyderco collectors are crazy people. The reason why I say hell no, at least for me, because I saw that, I said hell no. Let's do this. Crucible Limited PM2. Paramilitary 2. All right, you're referring to this one, okay? Now, I believe these are these all gone? Did they all sell out now? Are they all sold out now? I think they're all gone now. Maybe they're all sold out. You're referring to this. I'm going to draw everyone's attention to the price tag, $290. Now, this is limited edition. It's a tribute. I get it. It's limited because it has the red handle scales and it's got the laser etching right here for the Crucible Industries logo. Now, this is typically a format that was only available to Crucible Industries employees, right? It's limited. We're just going to zoom in there. It's limited, right? It's limited because it's a tribute to Crucible. Crucible is gone. Steel is MagnaCut. You've got red and black G10. I got some issues here. First of all, I am positive that when Spyderco made the exclusive Crucible Industries variants of their paramilitary 2, because they used to do this for Crucible employees, I am positive, without a shadow of a doubt, that they gave those knives to the Crucible employees at a discount. At a discount. Okay? Meanwhile, they're over here like, oh, weep for Crucible. Pay us your money. $290, and we get more billboarding in red G10 that half of us are just going to throw in the garbage can once we put titanium or carbon fiber scales of our choice on there. Let's be honest. $290. That's a lot. That's a lot to get more billboarding and scales that you're probably going to replace. Or at least I would, okay? Maybe this is just why I didn't buy one. Some people out there are like, no, I wouldn't replace the scales. The red and black is cool. Okay, that could be you. $290. Meanwhile, MagnaCut Paramilitary 2. Meanwhile, just throwing this out there, you could spend like, what is that, $63 less and get the same Paramilitary 2 with DLC MagnaCut, black scales, less billboarding, spend $63 less, get the same knife with less billboarding. I mean, I could understand it. Hear me out, because I know some of you guys are going to say, well, that black one is, the regular one is not a tribute to Crucible. Neither is this. Crucible is dead. They're not taking the extra proceeds, the extra profit, because that's extra $63 is just purely extra profit. They're not taking that and giving that profit to help out the families of the workers that worked at Crucible that lost their jobs. This is a pure money grab with nobody left at Crucible to stand up and say, this is wrong. You gave us these for like 50% off and now you're charging people 200% for what? For what? For what? They're not taking that extra money that people are spending and putting it towards anything to do with Crucible. It's purely a money grab. I mean, I would still rather buy this than most benchmades. But I think that it's kind of shitty to take a knife that you were giving to Crucible employees for like probably 50% off, charging the rest of us extra, while profiting from the corpse of a company that is a reminder of a failure in U.S. manufacturing.
I'm not retarded, but I like rocks.
And on that note, and Frankie, if you got that knife, man, and you're a Spyderco collector, I'm happy for you, man. I am. I'm not trying to dissuade anyone that did that. That is purely why I did not buy one. That is 100% why I didn't buy one. It is a collector's knife. They are limited. Spyderco collectors, if you have to buy one, I get it. I just saw it a specific way and I could not do that. Anyways, guys, this is the Only Spartans Discord. If you're wondering where are we doing our pocket checks, how do I get in on it? Become a channel member. Channel members have access to the Only Spartans Discord. Every level of channel member is allowed in. Once you're in, you're in. Even if your membership expires down the road, you can stay in the Discord as long as you'd like. Hey, shout out to Cicero, who's been a channel member for 7 months. Cicero, he carried the Stout V2, the Stash V2 tomorrow in the Voodoo after. Very nice, man. Very nice. Good to see you, by the way. Welcome in. Ian says, roast me, but we need something new. Rosies and Ariuses are overplayed. I mean, I don't disagree. There are a lot of new CNC makers out there, though. There's so many CNC makers out there. We talked about one in one of the last live streams, Ranger Made. And look up Ranger Made on Instagram. Ranger Made Knives out of Colorado. The OBJ-1, recently small batch released, like $650. Amazing knife. There are new CNC makers everywhere. Everburn EDC, that's another one. Mayberry Customs, it's another one. There's so many. There's so many. Fear not. They're out there. All right, guys. Let's get on with the pocket check. Today's pocket check starts off with Drinkwater. He's got the Spyderco Python and the Spyderco McNeese. Ooh, very nice. Got some Peter Recenti action going on there. Of course, that's mine. We already talked about mine, so we can just skip mine. I just want to, mention again just how much I like those Rips Garage Tech scales. They're nice. Nick's got the VK Anub and the Jan Knives Chevron. My brain stuck on that one for a second. Very nice. I like it. Dazed has, what is this? What is this? I don't recognize it. And he didn't help me out. He just said, moo. Come on, guys. Help me out. TC Blades got the Weed Knives Shadowfire Custom in the full dress Damasteel 1-of-1 Cortex XL. Oh, I'm sorry. The custom Shadowfire is Damasteel, and that's a Cortex XL. TC, we got the same Cortex XL, brother. I love it. Love the handle scale milling. Cortex XL is one of my top 5 knives in my collection, period. I recently released a top 5 EDC sized knife in my collection video, and some people were like, love your channel, disagree with your sizing. Like, listen, to me, 7 to 7.5 inches is EDC sized. You can fight me if you don't like it. That's what the comment section is for. I expected people to get angry. That's just what I define as EDC size. Anything over 7.5 inches is what I consider full size. Anything below 7 inches is what I consider mini. Some of you guys are out there like, I'm not mini. That's why they're upset. I get it now. Moving on. Bradford Mitchell. Oh, damn it. That is... Okay. Listen, we've got the Utzler Duck and Duckling, both with the dragon skin milling pattern. This milling pattern has got to be one of the most badass handle scale milling patterns that I've ever seen. Period. End of story. Period. Exclamation mark. The milling pattern is amazing. Like, you look at this and it makes everything else look kind of obsolete. The way that they did this, where the dragon scales are actually overlapping each other, like it makes my brain short circuit. I need to get a Utzler with this handle scale milling, and that's it. That's it, man. Those are absolutely gorgeous. If you ever want to sell one of those, you know where to find me. B Devious, he's got a couple good ones. He's got the Gecko Customs Sakura and, of course, the Hawk Knives Talon. Very nice. Love it, man. I'm drooling over this Talon. I want a Talon. I never have the money when they're available, ever. Ed's got... Ooh, look at that. He's got a nice, fresh Guinness. The TRM Atom in full effect with the... what is that? Python micarta? Snakeskin micarta? Snakeskin micarta? I think that's what they call it. Python micarta. I'm over here coming up with marketing schemes. Very nice. Ooh, Craig Vincent. He's got the Mangana Steel Kaimano. He's got the Swift. Is that a 3? Yeah, Swift 3. He's got the Kaiser Phoenix, the Cold Steel Engage. He's got the Spyderco Tenacious. I'm not sure about this one. Not sure about that one, but we got most of them. Very nice. Mark P with the Microtech SOCOM Bravo. SOCOM Bravo. You know what? That's the Reccomended one, right? If I could get my hands on, if they started making these in the US, I'd probably buy one. Tell you what. The Bravo, not the SOCOM Elite, the Bravo. That's the one I want made in the US. Ed Durbin coming in hot with the Tri-Stash. What kind of crazy Tri-Stash is this? That reminds me of, like, those handle scales remind me of Juicy Fruit Gum. And he's got the Tyrant V3. He's got the Hawk Knives utility knife. Frick, what's that called? Super colorful Tri-Stash. Tom Cook with, he's got the new SPK Lamia. It's the XPJX. New milling pattern on the handle scales. I believe bigger thumb deployment hole. And none of the stepped milling on the blade, but that's fine because I think, honestly, that full flat looks amazing. I want one. I want the new XPJX. Matt D coming in hot with, is that a river otter? Is that what that is? Monterey Bay Knives river otter, I think. Herman Epica, right? Trusty Zippo. Aaron D2, he's got, that's got to be I almost said Sharknivco. It's not Sharknivco. I know. It's Gavco. It's the companies that do the aquatic themes. That's a Gavco custom. I know that's a Gavco custom. I'd recognize that kind of handle scale style anywhere. He also unapologetically does the Spidey holes. Not sure what Gavco calls that. That's really cool. Big Jim coming in with a full track Harpoon Spanto. These were recently released. These are cool. I really like the Harpoon Spantos. Excuse me, not a full... I didn't say full track, did I? It's a half track. Half track Harpoon Spanto. There we go. One sneaky beat. He's got the Protean Warnie and the Axial Shift. I need to get my hands on one of these Protean Warnies. Those are nice, man. They're also on my list. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Jim's got the Neves Knife Co. Misdemeanor, the Artisan Sea Snake, the Rosecraft Mud Creek Congress. There you go. Very nice. The Ponds, he's got the Ramlock Stitch with the orange fluted aluminum and the two-tone finish on the blade. Love it, man. Ramlock Stitch is awesome. One of my favorite knives for sure. Bob Tism's got a knife that... that's... Which one is it? Is that a Griffin Knife Company fixed blade? Help me out, Bob Tism. Help me out. What is it? I don't know, but it's nice. I like it. Cicero, he's got a brand new Devo Stout. Look at that. Very nice. Is that a stout or a pony stout? I think it's a stout. Yeah, it's got to be a regular stout. V3? Not sure. Hate Nate with the tack knives intruder. That's a cool knife. I've seen these all over the place. Haven't checked one out yet. They look cool though. And Carlos coming in hot with a microtech. I almost said Troodon. Oh, it's a scarab. It's a microtech scarab dagger. It's crazy. Look at that. At least I think that's a scarab. Is it a scarab? I see no billboarding. It's got to be a scarab, right? Oh, wait. We got a little bit right there. A little bit right there. It's the Marfione Select. Maybe that's why there's no billboarding. Guys, that is the live stream pocket check. Thank you to everyone who shared their pocket checks tonight. If you want to know how you can share your pocket check and join the Only Spartans Discord, consider becoming a channel member. Channel memberships start at 99 cents and go up from there. All levels of membership have access to the Only Spartans Discord. Members only post on my channel page with the invite link. If you want in, that's how you get in. All right, guys. All right. Ian says the second guessing is setting in. Ian says, see, it's so much funner when we don't. No, don't listen to Ian. Help me out, guys. Just help me out. What's up, Bless? Good to see you, man. Welcome in. Welcome into Craig Vincent. I knew we would see you. I knew it. Ian says, I always miss when full tracks are dropped. Me too. Listen, I need another knife like I need a hole in the head, but I definitely and desperately want a full track warning. That's what I want. Will I get one? I have no idea. I'm going to try, though. I am going to try. All right. So earlier, Ian mentioned that he wanted to see some fresh new things, right? There are a lot of fresh new things, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I was talking about. First of all, for you microtech fans out there, 2 things to keep your eyes out for in October. Check it out. Titanium limited edition LUD T-Gen 3s. Now, these are cool because we don't have the super ton of billboarding here on the blade. Titanium handle scales. It's a Marfione Select. I'm not sure what I feel about having only, like, I feel like this is a missed opportunity on Microtech's part. Not that it would keep me from buying it. They took the frag pattern milling and they had an opportunity to put that on the show side. Instead, they put it on the clip side. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you... Tony, what are you doing? What are you doing? We don't want a cheese grater on our pocket clips, okay? Like, you know what? If you would... This is what gets me. The point of frag pattern milling is to offer more grip. I guarantee you that people would rather have the frag milling where you have the grip tape. Like, you have it on both sides, fine. My pockets will get over it. But to only have it on the clip side and to make sure that you have the 3M grip tape on the show side, when you could have put frag pattern milling there, I still want it, okay? I'm complaining. I still want it. But that was a missed opportunity. Like, ditch the 3M grip tape on your collector's edition exclusive. Give us the frag pattern milling on both sides. Tony, what the hell? What the hell? That makes no sense. Am I alone in this? Like, I saw that. I was like, I definitely want a titanium LUD T-Gen 3. But the idea behind, like, well, let's keep it kind of, like the original with the grip. No. Listen, if I want the grip tape, I'll just carry my regular LUD T-Gen 3. That's perfectly fine. But give us the frag pattern milling on both sides. Please? No? Fine. Okay. That's not the only thing they're coming out with in October. They're also coming out with Wait for it. Mini MSIs. Mini Ramlock MSIs. So they're going to have plain Jane and also ones with the frag pattern. And it looks like they're a big fan of cheese graters on their pocket clips because they have it right here again. But the difference is that I believe that the frag pattern milling is not just on the clip side, on the ones that have the frag pattern milling. I believe they're actually on both sides. A lot of people said that the regular MSI was too big. They're like, it's a lot bigger than I expected.
I'm not retarded, but I like rocks.
The mini MSI should be perfect for those people that said, it was too big. I wanted something a little smaller, a little snappier. Here you go. The mini MSI, those are also releasing in October. And they're going to have more than just this variant with the frag. They're also going to have ones with polished blades. The polish looks kind of cool. And then regular plain Jane. Yeah. I'm here for it. So that's cool. That's coming in October. Earlier, let's do this. I'm going to show a couple. Ranger made knives, guys. I've talked about them already. Ian was just saying, can we get over the Rosies and the Ariuses? And sure, it's like, you want something new? Here you go, Ian. Check it out. This is what you should shoot for. I'm on the email list. These recently released, or at least one or two recently released. They're going to be at Blade Show West. They're going to have OBJ 2s at Blade Show West. Check this out. They sold this one for like $650. We got super small batch CNC. What looks like contoured, highly milled titanium. S35VN, not my preferred steel choice, but honestly, S35VN is totally fine on a knife like this. That's $650. Small batch CNC mid-tech level knives made out of Colorado. That's super freaking cool. Super freaking cool. Dropped a week ago. OBJ1 dropped number 2. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Ranger made knives. Yeah, sign up for the notifications. That's all I'm going to say. I have a feeling that they're going to be raising the price steadily, if not immediately. And then, of course, many of you guys have heard about Everburn EDC. Everburn EDC. These are really cool as well. So a few things that I think is really, really nifty. First of all, they're leaving this raw milling pattern on the scales, right? Like, these are also small batch, CNC, whatever. But the grind, take a look at the grind. You don't see too many knives with a non-concentric hollow grind. There's a difference between a regular hollow grind and a non-concentric hollow grind. I have it on good authority that non-concentric hollow grinds are harder to do than a regular hollow grind. I could be wrong. I could be far left field. Any knife makers in the chat? Bless. Transparent knives. Can you confirm non-concentric hollow grinds harder to do or not? You tell me. Either way, I think it's really cool that they left the milling lines on the scales and on the blade. That's freaking fantastic. I love that. This is the Brim Wolf. Right now you can sign up on like a Google Doc or something, and then he makes the right amount. They're expensive. They're like $800. But for what it is, it's kind of par for the course for small batch CNC custom / mid-tech. That's what you can expect. Either way, I want one. These exist. Okay? So if you're tired of the Rosies, you're tired of the Koenig Ariuses, and you're like, I'm not. Listen, I don't have an Arius yet. I still want one. I've always wanted one. I'm going to get one at some point. But if you have one or you've experienced one and maybe you just want whatever's next. You want to experience something new that hasn't been overplayed. There you go. Oh, wait, there's more. There's one more. Check this out. Mayberry Customs. Mayberry Customs makes a knife called the HDM that utilizes a button-operated compression lock. And these are freaking gorgeous. Look at that. I don't care who you are. That is gorgeous. Button-operated compression lock, American-made, small batch. Tired of Rosies, tired of Koenigs, tired of Proteans. That's very high on my wish list. Freaking Mayberry Customs Gen 3 HDM. I gave you guys several alternatives. If you're tired of the Koenigs and the Oz machine companies and the whatnots, there you go. All right. I went on a complete and utter rant, so I'm going to try to catch up with the chat. I know I missed a bunch of chats. A bunch. David V says D10 on the NSI is on vacation. That's one of the criticisms, but I think I don't have an issue with knives that don't have a traditional detent. Like, for example, crossbar style knives, they don't have a traditional snappy detent. They don't. And I don't care what knife it is. None of the crossbar style knives that I've ever tried have a snappy detent. So I don't look for that. What I look for is snappy deployment. Now, the deployment's gotten way better on my Ramlock stitch the longer I've had it. And I can get snappy deployment on crossbar knives, like, totally fine. I don't need a traditional style detent. I just need it to not, like, cub open super easy when it's jiggling around in my pocket. So I think on a smaller size, the MSI will probably have a snappier deployment just because you have more leverage on a smaller knife than you would on the regular sized one that's bigger. Ian says another Koenig and Oz competitors, Rob. That is another one. Absolutely. Hate Nate says Everburn sounds like a bad rash. Craig says that looks okay, but it's not a good replacement for my Lost Kaiser Nice Guy in Rich Lake. I don't know. I've never tried one of those. See Kobe, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. And congrats to the 5 new channel members. Enjoy your gifted memberships. Thank you, C. Kobe. To those who are new, who will receive those, you're welcome to join the Only Spartans Discord. How do you get there? Go to my channel on YouTube. Go to the post section. Scroll down a little bit. You will find a post that only channel members can see that have a Discord invite link. And then you can join the Only Spartans Discord. Bobtism says the area's texture lines look lazy to me as well. Interesting. John Blackman, good to see you, man. Bradford Mitchell says, look up Jeff Vandermeulen. I've heard of him. I've heard of him. Sounds very familiar. Jeff Vandermeulen. Paging Jeff Vandermeulen. Did I spell that right? Jeff Vandermeulen. I think so. Is this the right one? Hold on. Jeff Vandermeulen Knives. Boom. Boom. Here we go. Vandermeulen Blade Works. That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I have seen these before. He's got a knife called the Barely Legal. Oh, Barely Legal. Stop it. Stop it. That's dangerous. He's got the homicide, and he's got the double homicide. The grooves on those handle scales are aggressive. The barely legal. Killing me. What are you doing, Jeff? What are you doing, Jeff? Current offering is the intro. Okay. Micro intro. The barely legal. Double homicide. The homicide. How to order. Books are open. There you go. Call or text. He gives you his phone number. Place a custom order. Very nice. Very nice. Ian says, Arius and Rosie had their time. There's more knives that need the spotlight now. Roman says he's in line for the Mayberry. You know I'm jealous. You know I want one. I want one so bad. Cat Scratch says, roll any interest in an Arius? Absolutely. I would love to have a mini Arius with the flippered elite. The non-flipper mini Arius is one of those knives that I definitely want to own. I've wanted to own one for several years now. It just, the timing hasn't been right. They are available. They're on the market. You can definitely get one. I don't have the money for one right now. That's just honest to God truth. I just don't have the money for one. Roman says, happy Whiskey Wednesday. Very nice. What kind of whiskey you sipping? Let me know, man. Ian says REI has detent. You're going camping. 11 says, said in the description of the LUDT post you looked at that they'll have frag, slab, and 3M options. Did I just misread it? I may have. Because I was about to be pissed. Like, really? Like, really? Are you going to have frag on one side and 3M on the other? That makes no freaking sense. Maybe I'm just dumb. Listen, it is highly possible that I just misunderstood and I thought that it was, one was the clip side and one was the show side. I could be wrong. Let's go back. I could be wrong. I might have to retract my previous statement. Offered in frag, slab, and 3M inlay handle styles. I think you might be right here. Listen, guys, I'm going to be pissed if I was initially right and on one side it's frag and on the other side it's 3M. That would be dumb. I would still buy it, but that would be dumb. But I think Lemons is onto something here. I may have just misunderstood. Yeah, because there it is. Frag show side. Yeah, you're right. Lemons, keeping me honest. Thank you, man. Thank you. I misunderstood. I wasn't paying attention. I might have ADHD. Well, that is a relief. That is a relief. Thank you for keeping me honest, for clarifying that. I definitely appreciate that. Because I looked at that and I was like, that is dumb. If they have frag on the clip side only and 3M on the show side, that would be super dumb. But now that you mention it, you are right. Those are all three different options. I am even more pumped now. David V has been a channel member for 10 months. Dave, thank you so much for riding with the channel. I appreciate you. Welcome into Tricky 48. What's up? He says, thanks for the membership, whoever dropped the gift. Dude, we got some good people in here. We always get good people in the chat. It says catch up. I'm at 13 months. It's not a competition. I mean, for some people it might be. Hate Nate with the $20 super. Damn. He says, I got that Everburn. Itchy as hell. We're talking about the STD, right? Too much info. Anyways, no more crossbar locks. Y'all seen that new? It's the Sheila lock. Sheila lock? It uses a rack and hedge system. The comment is too big to fit on the page, but I'm reading it from the chat itself. It says Sheila lock. I don't know how to say that. Is it Sheila or Sheila? Uses a rack and hedge system. Much love, Roll. Nate, thank you so much for the generous super chat, my man. I have not seen that. I'm not familiar. Let's do this. Let's go. We'll Google it. We'll Google it. How about that? Sheila lock. Sheila lock, knife lock. Sheila lock knife likely refers to a custom fixed blade knife made by Sheila Dwyer, not a type of locking mechanism. What? I might need some help on this one. Is it a knife lock or is it a fully different? It says uses a rack and hedge system. I'm in need of help on this one. Help with Gadget says, Roll, read the chat. I'm not trying to get the live stream taken down. He says he thinks it's legit. Oh no. You guys are gonna have to help me out here. Is this a joke? He says it uses a rack and hedge system. I'm just gonna drink my water and move on. Ian says, Roll might have ADHD and 60 other people. It's possible. It is possible. It did. It completely went over my head. Hey, shout out to David V for the $2 super. Says, Roll, you need to spend more time in the Tri-State Live. I work for a living. Okay. A lot of his live streams happen at lunch or on days when I'm either spending time with my family or working on the channel. I do pop into the Tri-State Lives when I have opportunities to. But in all honesty, sometimes it's just hard to get there. But I do pop in whenever I can. There's a lot of crossover between people that watch this channel and people that watch that channel. So I do try to drop by whenever I can. It says, it's a Tri-State joke you wouldn't understand. Yeah, completely over my head. That's what happens when you cross over memes from Tri-State. Damn it. You guys are roasting me. All right. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Hold on. All right. So, I'm trying to think. What else was new out there? Talked about Ranger Made Knives. Talked about Everburn. Talked about Mayberry. Talked about the new microtech stuff coming out. What else is there? All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for us tonight. The next live stream is going to be this weekend. That's right. We're going to get back to our regularly scheduled programming for live streams, which is Wednesday and Saturday. I'm aiming to not miss any more lives this month. Bulls, do you have new content out? Yes. Most recent content out was my top 5 EDC sized, specifically EDC sized USA made titanium folding knives. That's the most recent episode out. Do I have more new content coming soon? Yes. I've got new content coming soon. New Steel Snobs episodes? Yes. New Steel Snobs episodes coming soon. I'm currently working on writing the one on 15V in case you came in late. That's what's coming up next. So stay tuned for that. The next live stream will, of course, be this Saturday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is 9 p.m. Central, which is 10 p.m. Eastern, which is 7 p.m. Pacific. Hope to see you there. If not, come hit me up in the Only Spartans Discord. If not, hope you have a great rest of your week, guys, and we will catch you in the next one.